Welcome back to In Focus. Now, British photojournalist George Roger came to fame during World War II with his haunting images of war. But his most passionate work was taking photographs of Africa. VOA's Jim Bertel reports that from London's Dimore Nobel Gallery is showcasing some of Roger's most memorable pictures.
British photographer George Roger is considered by many to be one of the 20th century's most important photojournalists. His images capture the emotional effects of war and life in Africa. 14 years after his death, Roger's work is being remembered at an art exhibition in London, marking the centenary of his birth. Photographer Britton Bright says the recognition is well-deserved.
I find that they're very interesting both from a photographic and from a historical perspective. I'm a photographer myself, so of course I see the fact that they're beautiful images and they're so carefully framed, and I really find that an interesting ability.
Roger covered many of the 20th century's major wars, photographing images of war and conflict. Roger became one of the first photographers to enter the newly liberated German concentration camp at Bergen-Belsen and expose the grim realities of death camps. Exhibit visitor Jeff Nagler is drawn to Roger's powerful images.
It's not just about sticking a camera up somebody's nose, which is so often the case today. It actually tries to integrate with the people that he encounters along the way. I think that's the sign of a great photographer.
Deeply traumatized by the horrors of global conflicts, he decided to abandon war photography and turn to a more emotionally uplifting subject, the people of Africa. He focused on using his art to change Western stereotypes about Africans, undertaking a long photographic journey across the continent. Today, he is especially known for his iconic images of the Nuba tribe in southern Sudan. Laura Noble is director of London's Dimore Nobel Gallery, where Roger's work is on display. She says he changed the face of photojournalism.
Initially, he wasn't very happy with the way in which his writing was being illustrated, so that's why he picked up a camera and started to take pictures himself. And one of the great things that he did, especially in Africa, was he spent a long period of time with the Nuba tribe. This was something that wasn't really done at the time, as often happens today. A Western photographer comes into an area of trouble or to photograph people of a certain place, and they take their photographs and then they leave. With George, he very much became involved with the tribe, took part in ceremonies and rituals, was very respectful.
The exhibition features some of Roger's most celebrated images, as well as artifacts never exhibited or published before. For producer Rashmi Shukla, Jim Bertel, VOA News.